We just got a whole lot of insane news about the upcoming MCU X-Men reboot movie that includes some story details, who the main villain is going to be, and who they want to cast as some members of the X-Men. And I'm letting you know right now, some of this news is really going to blow your mind. Because, man, you know what? Play my theme song. Either way, me and you know what we gotta do. We gotta talk about it. And we've known for a long time now that after Avengers Secret Wars, Marvel Studios is gonna reboot their new MCU universe with the X-Men in the forefront. So out with the multiverse saga, in with the mutant saga. And up until recently, all we knew is that they were writing a script. But now more so than ever, we just got a whole bunch of new news. And remember, this isn't for the OG Fox X-Men that are gonna show up in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. This is for the rebooted again X-Men that is officially gonna be from the MCU. And in my humble opinion, and I'm sure a lot of you out there can agree with me, the X-Men are Marvel's best team and their most important team. And just a few weeks ago, we learned that Thunderbolts director Jake Shrier was in final talks, to direct the MCU's upcoming X-Men reboot movie. It's basically all a done deal. All he has to do is sign on the dotted line. And in my opinion, after watching Thunderbolts, oh my goodness, this is so exciting because he just understands that these movies need to be rooted in character and emotion. And especially the X-Men of all damn teams, they've always been an allegory for racism, discrimination, and oppression. So you gotta nail the dynamic. But on top of this, we also got a little teases of what the story's gonna be about, starting off with who the main villain of this X-Men movie is going to be. Because according to reliable industry insider Daniel RPK, in the first draft for the upcoming MCU X-Men movie, the main villain is Nathaniel Essex, aka Mr. Sinister. And all I gotta say is I used to pray for times like this. He's one of the most intriguing and fucked up villains in X-Men lore, having played an integral and crucial role in the X-Men 97 series and the X-Men animated series from the 90s, but we've never seen him in live action. There's always just been little teases of him. And Mr. Sinister is a fucking problem. He was once a highly allotted geneticist who, thanks to Apocalypse, was drawn mad, and now he's just got this obsession with mutant evolution. And actually in the comics, it was Nathaniel Essex who inspired the High Evolutionary to do what he did. There is no God, that's why I stepped in. And starting off with him as your main villain, a villain that we have not seen in live action, is just genius. It's perfect. But who's going to be a part of that X-Men team that he's going to go up against, and who are some of the actors that they want in these roles? Thanks to insider Jeff Snyder, he provided a little bit more context, saying that much like Sue Storm and the Fantastic Four, Marvel Studios wants to build this new X-Men team around Jean Grey the Phoenix, Scott Summers Cyclops, and Professor Charles Xavier, which, all I gotta say is duh. But much like the X-Men animated series in X-Men 97, this is a very smart trio to start off with. But let's run through some of the rumored castings that Marvel Studios is looking at. Starting off with Jean Grey, one of the biggest rumored castings was Sadie Sink, which I personally never saw, but instead Jeff Snyder is reporting that Marvel Studios really wants Daisy Edgar Jones to be their new Jean Grey. And I gotta be honest with you, this is phenomenal casting. She's been absolutely incredible in everything I've seen her in, most recently in Twisters, Fresh, Normal People. It's about time she gets that bag. Cyclops had a few actors attached, like Harris Dickerson, who was most recently in the Iron Claw, but it looks like he's gonna be too caught up playing in the Beatles movies, so it's looking unlikely for him. Jack Champion from the Scream franchise and Avatar franchise is also rumored to be playing Scott Summers. Really young, but it could work. But the most recent casting rumor is Patrick Schwartz, which honestly ain't that half bad. I could definitely see him saying, "To me, my X-Men." Another rumor